Hi everyone! In this part of the Devlog series, we'll be looking at interactable doors, interactable NPCs, dialogue system, and the swimming system. Let's begin! I'm starting with creating a door object. Adding an animation for the opening the door. And it is time for the configuring the hand icon. IK of the hand is ready, and we can just write some scripts for the interacting the doors. I have an interactable basic class for the interactable objects. This is based on the base interactable object class, which is the parent class of the interactable basic class. In the base interactable object class, I have a list of interaction events. With these interaction events, I can call any method in the interaction points like the on interaction started or paused or done. I have a struct named exclude states for preventing the wrong interactions. For example, if I just want to push a button but I'm in the jumping or the combat state, I don't want to triggering that interaction. I'm checking the excluded states for the interaction, and if I'm in the wrong state, it returns and the interaction is not triggering. I'm using new input system in the project. I'm subscribing the starting interaction method when the player is touching the interaction button. When the player is touching the interaction button, first of all, the system checks the triggers in the range for the interactable objects. And here you can see the trigger zone is in the list of triggers in range of the interaction system. I'm adding some animation events in the door animation for triggering the interaction. It is time to adding walking through the door animation for when the player pushes the door and they're trying to enter the building. You can see when the player is touching the interaction button, the player is touching the door, pushing it and walk through the building. After my door interaction setup is finished, I can test it in the real scene. Let's add the system in the real building. For the better experience of immersion when the player is trying to enter the building, I'm adding some post-process for interior. After my post-processing setup has finished, I'm just starting to creating a new camera for interior. I need a building class for detecting if the player is interacting with the building store. And if so, the camera has to be changed and the character has to know if she is in the building or outside of the building. Let's start the Interactable NPCs, but before, let's set up the Dialog UI. I have an NPC base class, which is the abstract class of the all NPC classes, and in the base class of the NPCs detects when the player is in the long range or the close range. If the player is in the close range, the NPC is gonna be interactable. If it is not, the player cannot interact with the NPC. And if the player is in the long range, I'm just playing an animation for the NPC. And again, I need an extra camera for the dialogue. For now, the player can move or rotate or jump when the player is interacting with some NPCs. Because of that, I need a state for dialogue, which is gonna named dialogue state. For the state machine, in the awake method, I'm just initializing the initialization state. In the initialization state, I am initializing all of the states of the character. Let's add an indicator for the interaction. For the dialogue with the NPC, I just added some AI voices for the NPC, just only for testing.
Hey there, my name is Thornelius. I'm the blacksmith of this town. What are you seeking for? Goodbye.
And now we can go through the swimming state. First, I'm starting with creating the character swim state class. Adding this class to character state factory to edit in the character state machine. And in the character state machine class, I need some variables to configuring the swimming state. After I manage the swimming state class, it is time to animation setup for the player animator. Everything looks good for now, and we can go through the water checking. I'm using raycast for the water detection. If the player detects any water, the state is going through the swimming state and the animation so on. I have tried some transition animations like idle to swim, walk to swim, or swim to walk, but those were not looking great, so I decided to not using transition animations for now. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Hey there. My name is Thornelius. I'm the blacksmith of this town. What are you seeking for? Goodbye.